Never throw rocks at a man with a machine gun. This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. This message is sponsored by HowMuchYouBench.net, The Slingshot, and the only strength magazine in the world, ThePowerMagazine.com. Before I get on to the questions, first, I want to share something with you guys. I got some knee wraps, some Slanger knee wraps, made out of the same material, the wrist wraps. If you like to bounce out of the hole, these guys are for you. Like to bounce and cheat out of the bottom of the lift. These are very stretchy, and they will accommodate those of you guys that like to kind of bounce out of the bottom of the lift. Also I have 2.5 and 2 meter knee wraps. Also have a new invention of mine called the Circle. That's right, I invented the Circle. Let's get on to the questions here. We have some footage to go over here. Got some technique stuff to check out again. We got a deadlift session here. 2 deadlifts, actually. I get a lot of deadlift questions, more so than the squat, more so than the bench. If you want to send in your benches, send them over to me. Let's check this out, see how it looks. Look at this pretty big guy right there, but in case he needs it, he's got the refrigerator right there. It looks like he's doing some partial range of motion deadlifts. One thing about bigger guys is it's difficult many times for them to lock out the lift. See how he had to hitch the weight there? One of the reasons for that is it's very hard for them to flatten out their lower back. One of the reasons it's hard to flatten out the lower back is because the belly is pushing against the legs. So my man, we got to work on that diet, clean it up a little bit, tighten that body up a little bit so you can get yourself in some better positions. Or work on your mobility and still eat Snickers bars. Working hard, I like seeing that. Getting some reps in there. Got the rogue plates going. What is this setup? This is amazing. Where is this gym? It looks like he has a workout written on the fridge. Or is that like what he should be eating for the day? Beanie cap helps give you extra 20 pounds. So it looks like he's just moving into some assistance stuff here. But let's watch those deadlifts again. See if we can help him out with this technique a little bit more. Kind of hard to tell with the partial range of motion movement about the technique. But it looks like it's only a small partial, it's only up about 3 inches or so. Form isn't too bad. I think you can get more leg drive in there. You got to really push your heels into the floor harder. And you're also, if you watch that part right there, you're swinging down in position without really getting much tension. That's not good. So let's watch that. You're swinging down without much tension, then you're trying to pop the weight up. And the weight did move fairly fast. He did a pretty good job of that. Let's back her up again. Whoop. Back her up one more time. Okay, so here we go. You're going to swing down, but you're not tensioning off the bar. You're just kind of going. And then that rounds this guy over, and then it makes it hard to lock out. So I just say get yourself a little tighter from the bottom and really jam those heels into the floor. Make sure that you actually flex your quads at the bottom of that lift as well. Or I'm sorry, not at the bottom of the lift. As you're coming through with the lift, make sure you're not only flexing your butt, but make sure you're flexing your quads. To me, it looks like you need more glutes. Dimble deadlifts would be a great option. Right here, you're working on some snatch grip. Snatch grip can be beneficial to the lockout. Some stiff leg deadlifts, some Dimble deadlifts, those would be recommended. And speaking of the Circle, it was just thrown on the table here. Here it is, the Circle. I'll explain more in a future video, but that's all I can show you for now. Thieves out there, tell you. Let me see, I got another video. Did that video disappear again? No, here it is. Okay, I love where you guys are lifting. Like, it's just like lifting anywhere. My boy, Blair Morrison, who I train, has a gym called Anywhere Fitness. And that's what it seems like you guys are doing. You're lifting anywhere and everywhere you can. In a barn, in your garage, next to the fridge, doesn't really matter. Okay, So let's check this guy's form out. Let's see what he's got. A little bit of the Pez dispenser thing going on with the head. Well, let's back it up. This guy might be fired. Might be kicked off the power project. Let's watch the dome. You know, having the head up and then you never even locked it out. Jeez, I'm not good with this thing. So here we go again. Let's watch it again. You overextend the neck. You got the head up way too high. The head's already up too high. Then you stick it even a little bit higher, I think. And then now your knees are in the way of the barbell because your knees are real forward. And you have to move your knees out of the way. So you lift your butt up and you straighten your legs out, which is very common. See that thrust backwards? And now you got to overcome your own self. Got to overcome your own stupidity. And then finish the lift out, and then finish it with soft knees. Fired. So fired. Can't believe it. Watch it one more time. So, turns out that your head is actually attached to the rest of your body. And that when you kick your chin up too much, that a lot of times it causes the stripper action, and the butt comes out, and you go, hey, which is kind of weird. So you want to avoid that. Keep a more neutral head position. You can think about just keeping a strong neck. Jesse Burdick and myself call it the double chin technique, where you get the chin down especially as you're coming through with the lift. Once you get past your knees, I think you can kind of do whatever you'd like with your head from there. If you want to throw your head back, that's fine. I say throw your face back behind the bar. I'm a big fan of that. Get all that weight back behind the bar after the bar is already moving, but you don't want to have your head up too high. You hear powerlifters yell head up to each other, but powerlifters have traps. See these guys here? When I go head up, that's as high up as my head goes. It just gets stuck right there. So unless you have those guys, you got to be careful that you don't put your head up too high. That'll be a no-no. I heard Dave Tate the other day talking about it, saying that your head, your body will always follow your head. I don't know about you guys, but that ain't true. It sounds like there's a lot of weird cues in powerlifting that don't necessarily make a whole lot of sense, and that's one of them. Another one I got a question about was the leg curl and the box squat. Somebody was saying that they heard that a box squat is like a leg curl, and I don't know who they heard that from, but that is that's an asinine statement. A squat and a leg curl couldn't be any different. They couldn't look any different. They couldn't be any different. So I don't agree with that statement. I don't think that helps anybody. I don't think that helps anybody visualize anything. To me, that doesn't represent anything that would assist somebody in becoming more efficient at box squatting. I do think the purpose, however, is to have you think about sitting back into your squats more. But then you would just say a box squat is more like a good morning. And that would help somebody more. You're trying to push back into those hamstrings, sit on the box, relax, another dumb cue, and then fire back up from there. There's a lot of stupid cues in powerlifting. You hear people all the time saying flex your lats when you bench press. I mean, obviously, your entire body's involved in a bench press. You're underneath a heavy weight. You have to tighten up your entire body in order to support those big weights. But bench presses are done with your pecs and your shoulders and your triceps. So telling a new guy to flex his lats doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to them, especially when they don't have any lats yet. So let's always try to keep in mind, who you're talking to and what kind of information you're spewing out to them. The information from an advanced powerlifter to somebody who's brand new is going to be quite different. Strength is never a weakness, and that is it from supertraining.tv.